I have a lot of drawing and coloring on my plate this week, but I'm also rewatching Invincible, and I realized I never posted my work in progress on this Adam Eve art commission that I did a while ago. So I figured now is the time to post it. And I remember working on this commission a while ago. I think it was back in the summertime. And I also remember having to draw this head like 5 times because I just wasn't, I just didn't think it looked good. And then I think finally when I did it like the last time and I was recording, that's when it looked good. And I was like, okay. Anyway, for this art commission, I first penciled and inked the headshot of Adam Eve. I also included a little bit of a background, kind of showing a smaller figure of her, flying through the sky. And then I dived right in with the watercolors. Now, something that I really wanted to work on in my own painting practice is using more of the white of the page and using that more as the highlight rather than like coloring everything and then going back and, popping things out with like white out or something like that. So for this, I chose where my light source is. It's pretty much right in front of her, kind of looking down on her. And so I kept all of that part of her face white, and then the rest is kind of in like shadow, but you can see the color of what it actually is. I'd recommend if you are looking to dive into watercolor painting, that is the piece of advice that I would give, is always try to keep a little bit of the white of the paper to act like your light source and your lighting. Now I'm going into her suit. I think this was a time when, I was talking to a lot of people, so I would be interrupted a little bit. Now, the reason why I put this background there is more to pop out her in the foreground. Adam Eve's hair is orange, so behind her, I used a complementary color of blue in the blue sky to just pop her out a little bit more. When you use complementary colors, you are creating contrast within your piece, and that's like the kind of tension that people look at first, usually. Now I'm going back in for some light shadowing, because again, with watercolor, you don't want to get it too muddy, but you also want to indicate that, there's a shadow there. I was going back into the background with a little bit more blue. And then the part of this that I really liked was me going back in with whiteout and taking out the black line around her, so it's just a white line popping her out against the white clouds in the back. And then there we have it. Hope you liked this little throwback and hope this helps, and happy drawing. Bye!